like I said, guys, we were going to talk about this today because it was going to be announced yesterday, and it was announced yesterday, I think around like 4:30 in the afternoon or something like that. But NASCAR has signed the new media rights deal worth $7.7 billion. Amazon and Warner Bros. Discovery is joining the partners, so we're going to have NBC, Fox, TNT is back for some summer races, and Amazon is back for a 5-stretch race in the summer as well, like we predicted, because the rumors have been going on for a while now, and a lot of people with their opinions and stuff. And so I will give my opinion, guys. And basically, first and foremost, listen, if you increase your revenue stream by 40%, it's always a good deal. So, like, based on the last media rights deal, you know, you have to take inflation into account and everything, but a 40% increase for NASCAR will do a lot of really good, you know, business for the race teams, for the tracks, and everything like that. So, overall, guys, this is a good deal. This is a good deal for NASCAR. Is it the best deal for you guys as fans? You know, maybe not, but again, for the health of the sport, we'll talk about that as we get into this. We'll break down all the details of what's going on here. But real quick, I want to give a shout out to all the Patreon members, as always, for supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much for your support, as always. There was no live stream last night. I did not race core because I was in Miami for the majority of the day, and I got back late, so I wasn't able to do it. I was at the CBS Sports, you know, Champions League stuff in Miami. I got myself a little Ultimate Team card. As you can see, I have 97 pace, 93 shooting, 96 passing. I'm an 88 overall center attacking midfielder. Yes, that is me. So I was doing that. I got to see Thierry Henry, my Arsenal legend, so that was definitely very cool. So that's what I was doing yesterday when this actually got announced. I was watching all that. I was there in Miami when this all got announced. So, yeah, let's break it down. So, you know, Sports Business Journal, Adam Stern dropped everything. He made a lot of tweets, actually. You can see Adam Stern made a lot of tweets. Set to announce $7.7 billion worth of new media rights. So this was for Fox Sports, NBC, and everything going on here. Warner Brothers, the CW is going to be involved in this. Obviously with Xfinity Series. So Xfinity Series is going to be exclusively on the CW for a while. It's 40% up from NASCAR's current deals with an average annual value of $1.1 billion. And then he continues on. Let's see what else he says. Steve Phelps had a quote here: the opportunity to really have broadcast, cable, and streaming. We think it's an important thing for the next 7 years, as signifies to the sports world, to the sponsors, to everyone, that NASCAR is clearly a tier 1 property. And I think Phelps did. I think they did a good job with it. There is one negative, in my opinion, honestly, when it comes to this this deal, is that I think there's less races on broadcast channels. I think that Fox only has 4 on broadcast and NBC only have 5, or the numbers are somewhat similar to that. So that's not fantastic, but it's still kind of similar to what we have now. So it's not that big of a deal, but you know, I was hoping for maybe a little bit more when it came to Fox and NBC to have a little bit more on broadcast, but I get it. I get why that's not the case. Amazon source executive said, we're going to invest and put the resources of the company behind it to help grow. If you look at what we've done with Thursday Night Football, the unique reach we provide is going to be really helpful. And again, Thursday Night Football has been a success for Amazon, guys. A lot of people did not think it was going to work, but Thursday Night Football has been a success for Amazon. And we will see if NASCAR can continue. Here it is. 5 races will. So I mixed it up. 5 races will be on Fox. 4 races will be on NBC. And you could just kind of take the Daytona 500 for granted, right? So Daytona 500. Other than that, 4 races will be out of 13 on broadcast channel Fox. The rest will be on FS1. The rest will be on USA Network for NBC. This is where the one negative that I've heard I can kind of agree with. Practice and qualifying will mainly air on Prime Video, stream on Max, and True TV. So that's the one negative that I can definitely understand. So that means when the races are on Fox, right, the practice sessions and the qualifying sessions will not be on FS1. Those are going to be on Prime, if I get that correct. I don't think they're going to be on FS1 because right now, basically, Fox Sports doesn't have like a streaming company. So NASCAR's divided the practice and qualifying with Prime. Stream on Max. Max is obviously Warner Brothers, so Max is going to be another streaming service that you might have to get. And then True TV as well. And my thing is, like, I kind of wished maybe the practice, I know people there's less practice sessions, right? And qualifying, I feel like, in my opinion, less people watch qualifying now than we used to back in in the heyday of NASCAR, and that's mainly because it never feels like qualifying is that important. At some tracks it does, but in NASCAR in general, qualifying is not a spectacle like it is in Formula One. If I'm watching Formula One, you know damn well I'm gonna watch qualifying just as much as I'm gonna watch the race. Qualifying sessions are sometimes more exciting than the race itself in Formula One, and NASCAR doesn't really have that. So this was a little bit of a negative for me, and we'll talk about this in a second, because I just want to go through what else Adam Stewart tweeted. Again, TNT is going to be back. Prime is going to have also stream live coverage of the first half of Cup qualifying and practice sessions. Again, you're going to need Prime. If you want to watch practice and qualifying, you are going to need Amazon Prime for the first half of the season, essentially, and obviously the 5 races that are going to be on there. So that's where people are a little bit hesitant, but again, I think Amazon getting involved in NASCAR is going to be a really big deal. This is actually something that's really cool. Bleacher Report and House of Highlights will promote NASCAR content regularly as part of their sports new media rights deal with Warner Brothers that starts in 2025. So House of Highlights, if you guys don't know what that is, a lot of people watch their basketball highlights and stuff like that, and a lot of highlights on House of Highlights, and House of Highlights will actually now have NASCAR highlights. And this is actually one thing that NASCAR has struggled extremely with, is their YouTube channel and like actual race highlights. They don't really do the best of job marketing or promoting that. So using House of Highlights and Bleacher Report to do that, I think is going to be really good for the online social media aspect of it, so YouTube and all that. Bleacher Report is massive, guys, and for Bleacher Report to now really start tweeting, like in 2025, they will be tweeting a lot about NASCAR now. That feels really like a really big deal when it comes to social media recognition of the sport. This, I feel like, is something that a lot of people have kind of like glossed over. This is a really big deal. This will help NASCAR's marketing tenfold by having Bleacher Report. House of Highlights mainly for YouTube and stuff, but Bleacher Report is a massive deal, and again, that's part of having TNT come back on board. So that's definitely really, really cool. I think that is it. Yeah, that's basically it from Adam. So now let's actually go to Daily Downforce, because they actually said basically how much this is going to cost. This just came out today. They kind of said, like, if you break it down, like what you need to watch NASCAR per month, right? So again, you still need cable, and it's not like NASCAR was going to go exclusively to streaming. We all still need cable. It's just different types of cable. Like, it's not like actual cable. YouTube TV is kind of streaming. It's not really cable to a sense. So I have YouTube TV. That is what I have. That's what my family has, and we use that, and I think it's a very, very good deal. So again, you're gonna have to use that. That's normal. We've always had that. The difference is the streaming, right? Peacock. Do you really need Peacock? Not really. I mean, I mean, Xfinity races will be on CW, and NASCAR, they're not gonna have a race on Peacock. If you want to watch it on the go, yes, but I mean, listen, as a Premier League fan, I always have Peacock. Like, that's the one thing I've been paying for the last 4 years of my life, 5 years of my life. I always have it, right? These two are what's going to be new, and that's the one that's going to be a little bit right? So Prime is $14.99 a month, and you're going to need that for the 5 races. Those will be exclusively on Prime. And then Max is going to be $9.99 a month. That's going to be for a lot of the practice and the qualifying sessions as well. This is the one where the problem is here, and I get this complaint, is that there's too much, right? There's going to be too much basically cross-platform streaming. I think Adam Stern talked about this in here somewhere. This is the Sports Journal Business article. But essentially what he was talking about is that you're going to have NBC, Fox, Amazon. Then you gotta put in Peacock, you gotta put in Max, which is the streaming service. You're gonna have Prime Video, Bleacher Report. There's basically True TV also, and CW. Okay, so CW is for Xfinity Series. There's a lot to like figure out, essentially, when NASCAR is gonna be constantly jumping places. So one thing Formula One does not have to deal with is that Formula One always is with one partner, right? Sky Sports via ESPN via Sky Sports in America. That's how you do it, and it doesn't change. NASCAR has always been jumping around, but in recent years, it's all been 2, right? In previous years, it's been 3 with TNT in the business. But it's been those 3. Like, practice sessions would be on TNT, qualifying would be on TNT, and that kind of stuff. This is where it's gotten really different now, is that if you want to watch practice and qualifying, it's gonna be confusing to know which channel it's going to be on at what time of year. Is it going to be on the streaming service? Is it going to be on cable on True TV? Or do I have to go to Amazon Prime? Or do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? That's what's going to be a little bit confusing, because Amazon Prime with practice and qualifying is completely different than Fox hosting the race, right? So there's going to be, I don't even know when it comes to the booth and stuff, right? So in NBC, they're going to have Junior and Rick Allen and Steve Letarte and Jeff Burton. Fox is going to have, you know, Boyer and what? Oh my God, what's oh no, this is bad. Mike Joy. Why do I forget that legend's name for some reason? I don't understand. But then what is Prime going to do, right? What's Prime's booth gonna be? What is TNT going to do? What's TNT's booth gonna be? And then the CW have their own thing to do with the Xfinity series. How is that going to go? So it's like, there's going to be a lot of different things going on, and that can be a good thing, right? It could be a good thing. You're going to have a lot of different varieties. It also could be a bad thing, because you kind of got to go all over the place. Like, genuinely casual NASCAR fans might not watch a race because they just don't know where the race is. And you have to think about NASCAR also having an older fan base. They might not even just try to figure out where in the hell is qualifying and where in the hell is this race today, and do I have to pay for Amazon Prime? No, I don't want to pay for Amazon Prime. I'm 55 years old. I don't want to do that. I never use Amazon Prime. That's where NASCAR is going to run into a little bit of trouble. So I can kind of already see it. I can see the ratings dropping next year and people freaking out because of it. But I think you're going to have to give it a few years to see what happens, because this is going to be a very big change for NASCAR. But in the end, guys, this is the big thing. And I hate this. You guys might not like it, but it's about money, right? 40% increase. That's what these little issues with going to all these different companies and having multiple partners, having different channels, and you're going to have to basically, the different broadcast partners are going to have to work together to cross advertise basically, and you know, sync up the basically the season and everything. That's going to be a little bit difficult to work with. It's going to be tough for the fans because it's going to be more expensive now with, you know, streaming coming in now. But you get a 40% increase for your entire sport. That's huge, guys. That gets the race teams closer to essentially not losing money year in, year out. So that's the biggest thing here. So overall, I think it's a good deal for Phelps and for NASCAR. The Truck Series is going to remain on FS1, I'm pretty sure. Xfinity Series will be on CW. Cup Series will be all over the place, but we know that. So it's just something that's really, really cool. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. I still think this part of the deal is very, very important. That people have forgot about, is I think this is what's going to bring in new viewers, younger fans. It's going to be really, guys, that's a huge deal. Like, I follow Bleacher Report all the time, and Bleacher Report keeps me updated. Like, I don't watch a lot of college football anymore, but I always know what's going on in college football because of Bleacher Report. I know what's going on around the NBA because of Bleacher Report. House of Highlights I used to watch all the time as a kid when I wanted to watch NBA highlights. Like, it's this is going to be something really, really important that you know, even Bleacher Report doesn't even really cover Formula One. So I think this, for motorsports, getting Bleacher Report on board is going to be massive, which is why I think this deal with Warner Brothers is going to be really, really good. So that's one thing, guys, I think people are sleeping on. Overall, guys, is this a good deal for NASCAR? In my opinion, yes. Is it a good deal for you as a consumer? It's not ideal. Listen, when you have to pay more money to watch the races, and it gets just even more confusing with the amount, it's never ideal to basically have to go from Prime for half of a season, and then you might have to cancel that and then go to Max for the second half of the season, in addition with cable. That's never ideal. You kind of want to not have to do that, but it happens. I pay Paramount Plus because I want to watch Champions League, and I also pay Peacock because I want to watch the Premier League. It's two different things. Like, it does happen. But when you start adding everything up, you know, this is kind of what sports is going to start. It's going to start going into the streaming side, and you're just going to have to make those decisions on what is the best value for you. If you want something like ESPN because you mainly watch college football and stuff like that, and you don't watch soccer like me, and you don't watch motorsports like NASCAR, then Peacock might not be worth it at all. But, you know, I'll tell you right now, guys, I have ESPN Plus. I have Peacock, I have Paramount Plus, and my family has Max. I don't pay for Max, but my family has Max. So for me, it's not a problem because I have all the streaming services. I pay for 3 of them, and you know, my sister pays for Max. For me, it's fine. For you, it's a little bit different, right? Like, do you actually want to pay for all those? It's a little bit different, and that's where I feel like this is going to hurt NASCAR a little bit in the short term. In the long run, I think this will be a success. And again, guys, it's not like it's a super long deal. All right, it's not a 10-year deal or a 15-year deal. It's 7 years, okay, from 2025 to 2031. It's a 7-year deal, which in terms of media rights is not that long. Like, it's genuinely not that long. So I think this is a good deal for NASCAR. It's a good deal for everyone involved, and we'll see how it goes. I think it's a positive. There are some negatives, but overall I think it's a positive. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, guys. I'm really excited for this. And again, it's not for next season, right? For next season, it's not that. What I do hope is that there are also other things in this deal that will come out in the future, smaller details. We have talked about certain things when it comes to streaming, like onboard cameras. Can everybody have an onboard camera, and you kind of figure out a way to stream that on Amazon Prime or Max and stuff like that? These are things that might come out in the future, new creative, innovative ways you can use the streaming services to provide more content outside of the live broadcast. That is something that I really want NASCAR to do, and hopefully they worked something like that into this deal, but we will see. I don't really know how that's gone for them. So we will see. Take care of yourselves, guys. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram already. Subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys tomorrow. Leave your comments and opinions down below. Overall, I think it's a good thing. So that's just my opinion. I really like this deal for NASCAR and for the teams and everything, even though there's some negatives on it. Take care of yourselves. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.